Well, I'm a honky-tonk man. Ain't a crazy style. Love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Well, now I'm living wild and dangerously. I've got plenty of company. The moon comes up and the sun goes down. Well, I can't wait to see the light in town. 'Cause I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. Love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. And when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Well, I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. Love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. And when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Hey, now a pretty little girl and a jug of wine. Well, that's what it takes to make a honky-tonk time. Jukebox moaning those honky-tonk sounds. Well, I can't wait to lay my money down. 'Cause I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. Love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. Love to give the girls the world to the music of an old jukebox. When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone singing, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?
Hey, that's my line.
Where's your yeehaw?
Yeah.
You killed your mic. That must have been a really good one. It died. It went whoop. Sound out. I'm bowing out now. Good night. That was your mic. Good morning, everybody. This is Bonley Johnson and my beautiful co-host.
Actually, you're the co-host. This is Jen.
We are the hosts together, which makes us both co-hosts.
No.
But when you say
wrong.
I'm the host and this is my co-host. Which means
Are we gonna start this morning off with an
hosts. Argument? We start every morning off like that. My nipples are hard.
Mine are not.
Mine are. I got a little bit of a chill. You know what? I took a really hot shower today to try and relax my back 'cause it's killing me. But so when you come out, go into the regular air, it feels
You've been working on the
nipply.
Cushman.
That too. That fucking thing. What a heartbreak that was. I spent all that money, took all that time to get it here. Dead. 20 minutes of fun. Like
You'll get it fixed.
Well, that's like 90% of my relationships. 20 minutes of fun, then the rest of the time you spent working on them. It's kind of this.
That's everybody's relationship, just so you know.
I know. It's probably everybody's vehicle. No, I have the worst luck with vehicles. Anything that has a fucking motor on it, I have trouble. You and I have had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Where I told you I've bought 2 decent vehicles in my entire life. One of them kind of did work out. I bought that Dodge Challenger brand new, and it was a good car the whole time I had it until I had to get rid of it for needs. I needed more space, and it was not a space vehicle. But it never gave me any fits. But it was brand new. Like my truck I bought used, but it was only a couple years old, and it's given me nothing but trouble.
Right. I've had pretty good luck actually with vehicles. I won't complain. I had a little shitbox Prelude that was
That's a Honda though, right? I mean, those things fucking run
yeah.
forever.
Well, I'm a Honda girl. I've had a lot of Hondas. I still drive a Honda.
Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. The
Honda.
Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns.
Buns, hun.
Anyhow, enough of that already. My rap career just started and ended in one sentence. I have had, let me think, one. I've only ever owned one. Two. But I bought it with the intention of giving it to my kids. So I needed it just for a couple of months to get me through. So when I bought it with the intention of giving it to him when I was done with it after the few months that I needed it, and which is exactly what I did.
I love my Hondas.
It was a 95 Accord. Actually, both of them were Accords. Yep.
Mine's I have an Accord.
Mm-hmm. Both of the ones, I had an Accord hatchback in 83, I think. I'm terrible with that. And then I had that 95 two-door. Maybe it was a Civic. I don't know. I really don't remember. You'd have to ask Alex. Because he drove it for a long time, and then he beat the hell out of it.
It finally killed it.
Well, it was still sort of running when he gave it to a friend of his.
I know. I had an 86 Prelude, and then I had an 89 Civic, and now I've got a 2016 Accord.
So you've stepped up each time.
But they've all been wonderful.
That wagon that I had, I was sitting on High Street in New Philadelphia. Alex was 5, maybe 6, 7, something like that. He was pretty young still.
Just a wee lad.
And it was raining to beat all hell. And there were flash flood warnings. And it actually happened. Usually you hear that, you're like, yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it. And fucking A, man. We're sitting at the stoplight at the bottom of the hill. There's a place called 5 Points. And it's a low spot where we're sitting. And right over top of the fucking road, man, here come this wall about 2 feet tall, water. It flooded. I mean, it looked biblical at the time because it was pretty impressive to see, but it really wasn't that bad. But anyhow, it just washed, and by the time it hit us, it was up to the hood of the car. We're like, oh, shit. So I just dropped her in first, fucking dumped the clutch. We're not going backwards. And I can't even tell you the number of four-wheel drives I passed going up that hill that stalled out and didn't make that fucking car. Now, mind you, when I was done, I had to put a new alternator and a couple other parts on it because the water fucking ruined it. But it sucked it up and went right through that fucking flood like it was nothing. It never ran right after that, but, saved us that day.
Well, right.
Good morning, you bunch of weirdos. Good morning, Ben.
Benny.
See if Ben's listening. Jen's listening. Tisha's listening. We're hoes and gigolos. Just the gigolo. Everywhere Bond goes. We all know that Tisha is a hoe.
Life goes on without him.
That's true. It does. So we discussed it at...
She gonna kill your ass.
She's going to come see me in May and whip the dog shit out of me.
Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble with my chair and my mic, and I've had technical difficulties this morning. But
I'll buy you a matchbook to stick under the wheels.
Well, that won't make me happy because then I'll just be stuck here. But anyway, so speaking of coming to see you in May,
mm-hmm.
I went to the doctor yesterday,
Right?
and I have to have a dreaded colonoscopy.
Mm.
However, they can't schedule this until May.
Mm.
So they tell me, okay, how about May 2nd? And I'm like, sorry, no. I mean, like, I never do anything. I never leave my house, and any other day you give me is going to probably work fine, but that's not going to work. And so then I did get it scheduled for the next week, but
Good.
I'm like, really? You can't. I go
I
like
know.
4 days a year, and you're going to schedule it on that day.
That's how it is too. And me, I would have forgotten and double booked myself. That's what I always do. I'm the king of that
I'm really
shit.
excited.
I'm excited to have you guys too. I really wanted that Cushman to be working when you guys got here. That was huge for me. But we're gonna drill that spark plug hole out, put a spark plug repair kit, aka a helicoil, in it, and hopefully it holds. If it holds, then it'll be fine. If not, it's gonna be a major issue. We're gonna have to find a new cylinder jug, peel that bitch all apart, and put it all back together and hope it works.
Yeah, that's all Greek to me. Just fix the fucker. That's all.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. I wish it was Greek to me because I'm already going ching 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 in my head because it's old, man. And when shit is old, rare, and unique, well, parts aren't plentiful. So I'm hoping we can repair it.
You just totally described me.
Yeah.
Old,
Tisha
rare,
has
and unique.
named the cart already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she named it Geronimo.
Geronimo. I like it.
She named it Geronimo after every fish that you win at the fair. Because you get them home, they last 20 minutes, and then Geronimo down the toilet they go. Her words, not mine. So I had all these plans for this thing. I'm going to mod the wheels and do all this, paint it black, and get an AC/DC mural put on it. And not now. Now it has to have a Geronimo license plate.
Making it sound less attractive to me.
Yeah. Well, the inside isn't going to change. That's where you're going. It's a mini shaggin' wagon. We're going to try and have an orgy in there. This is this is such a limited space that nobody's getting left out. Somebody's getting touched, whether they want it or not in there.
Whether they want it or not, yeah.
I sat in the back of that thing. Holy shit, is it small? When you look at the pictures, it looked like there might be some room in there, but when my fat ass sat down in there, I was like, oh boy.
It's like one person per side?
No, you
Or
could
can
like
you squeeze
if you staggered
What's the
them,
weight capacity though? I mean,
oh no, it's heavy duty. Yeah, it's got like double leaf springs in the back. It's made to carry weight. It's a industrial unit. It's heavy duty for sure. However, the space is a premium. Two people might be able to fit up front, like me and a skinny person. But in the back, I think you'd have to stagger legs. You know, like one person's leg would be between the other person's legs and vice versa. You'd have to stagger the people.
Right.
But then you could get four.
And then there's room for someone to lay on top.
Yes. So another thing there's no heat or air in this thing. So there was a heater at one time. It had a heat exchanger heater, which is basically just blows across the exhaust. But it must have been leaking or something because they were getting fumes inside the cab. So they just bypassed it, which is probably smart. But somebody put a sunroof in it. I don't know if it's factory or somebody put a sunroof in it. And I was looking, and they make a 12 volt. They make a 12 volt, which is, car. And it has a car alternator on it. I looked, checked. It's a regular GM alternator. That thing puts out some wattage. But anyhow, they make a 12 volt HVAC unit that fits in almost that exact same size hole as that sunroof. If I ever get this thing right, I'm going to put that heater air conditioner thing on top of that, and then we'll have heat and air in this stupid little golf cart.
It's so cool.
Sally Mancini came for band practice yesterday. She said, as soon as because it's sitting out in front of my garage door right now, because I just, it's too heavy. I can't push it around by myself. So that was when we towed it home. We had to tow it home. Barkley came in the shop truck. We tied a strap to it. We had to cross roads and go down the street, and she was pulling me. And we were on the phone talking. She goes, you know, you're like a Make-A-Wish kid who wanted to ride a Harley that they put on a trailer and then put them on it and tow them around.
That's all right. It works.
I was like, that's not bad, man. I said, maybe I'll just have you come once a week and fucking pull me around on it. So she pulled me all the way home. I got it home, got it parked. But when Sally pulled in for band practice, she said she started laughing from the time she hit the driveway when she saw it. The thing just brings cheer to everybody who looks at it. It's fucking hilarious.
I love it.
It's the coolest little piece of shit ever. So I am going to fix it. I'm not going to leave it go. If the stock engine doesn't work out, I'm going to figure something else out. But I will make it go. It will go one way or another. I'm going to do some measurements. I think it's the same width and wheelbase as a golf cart. So worst case scenario, I might throw a golf cart rear end under it. Put one of them fancy golf cart motors in it. Pulls around. It's like a 25 horse motor, which is very similar to the one I'm putting in the other golf cart. That fancy Harbor Freight motor. So I think worst case scenario, we'll end up doing that. I know this is boring. I would just love for one of those to bolt right up to that so I could use the transmission the way it is, but it may not work out.
How far do you have to go to get it?
It was about 2.5 hours.
Was it?
Sandusky, Ohio.
Yeah.
Right up on
I
the lake.
saw where it was. When you first showed it to me, I saw where it was, but I wasn't exactly sure about how far that was from you.
The exact town was Milan, which is, it's Sandusky. It's where the Walmart is. One of the Walmarts. There's two of them up there.
Ooh,
I only know because I delivered to them.
Fancy. They got two Walmarts. That's a big city.
They do. One was fairly new and one was not. But they're both pretty decent Walmarts. They had good people. There's a lot of good people up there. Industrious.
There's good people everywhere.
Yeah.
There's good people everywhere.
Yeah, well, they hide them in Cleveland. Because I haven't met them yet. I've met people that worked in Cleveland that were good people. But I have yet to meet good people from Cleveland. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know any.
That's very
I don't know
harsh.
anybody from Cleveland. I have family who live in Painesville and Mentor, but that's not technically Cleveland.
Nope.
It's just I don't know what
Parma's
you call
good
that.
too. There's a lot of good people in Parma. But the inner city Walmarts that I delivered to, they were all turds. Every one of them. When work got there, they would fucking scatter.
Well,
I
they
don't know
also
how many
work at
times
Walmart.
I don't know how many times I unloaded my own truck there. It's ridiculous. How far is Cleveland from me? It's just right at 2 hours from me. From Jen's, probably 5 hours.
Yeah, 5.5 probably.
I might be a little over 2, but I don't think so. I think it's right at 2 hours. Pretty sure.
I think probably our midpoint. Like if we were to meet in the middle somewhere, I think probably Columbus is pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close, and that's probably what we'll do sometime. So.
Yeah.
You know, that little meeting we had didn't get you out of the going to dinner with me and Bailey. Sorry. You still have to go, and you still have to bring Wayne. Sorry. Hate to ruin your day. You have to come eat nice food with me.
Well.
Too bad. Actually, we said we were coming all the way down there, but.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And it's still in the works, I reckon, right?
Mm-hmm. Whenever you tell me, I'm coming. Now's the time while we're slow at work. I can see Tisha's wheels spinning. I think she wants to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's my guess. Tisha, am I right? Don't forget the baby oil. I missed that comment. That must have been from the orgy comment we were talking about in Geronimo.
I'm I am disheveled. I am disheveled this morning.
This morning?
Like my yes, because well, I told you, the folks out there don't know, but I have no internet this morning, so I'm on data, but my internet is like sketchy. It's here and there, so I'm getting messages sporadically coming through online.
Mm-hmm.
But my phone is on data. My Wi-Fi or my laptop is just sporadically getting messages, and I'm disheveled, and I don't know which way to turn or which way to look, and I wasn't prepared for this show this morning. So if there's a whole lot of yeah, yeah, it's because I'm trying to work on shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Shut up,
Yeah.
asshole.
Tisha says there's a concert the following week after her visit here. What's the venue? Because Cleveland, when it says it's in Cleveland, it's not usually in Cleveland. But there are some venues in Cleveland, so I don't know. What's the name of the venue, Tisha, that you're talking about? If it's Blossom, it's not really Cleveland. It's North Akron. South of Cleveland.
Oh.
If it's Nautica, then it's probably that's right in Cleveland. It's right on the river. The one that burns occasionally.
Burns occasionally.
Look it up. Used to catch on fire. The river, the Cuyahoga River, I think it is. I think that's the name of it. What did we listen to this morning? Oh, Honky Tonk Man, yeah.
Yeah, you got my Dwight leg quivering.
Well, I figured there's nothing better to wake up to than a song about getting drunk at night and partying. So, great song to wake up to.
And I think Dwight Yoakam's pretty much the coolest fucker that ever existed.
He's pretty cool. Can't lie. I like him as an actor, too. One of my favorite movies is Sling Blade, and he played a dirty, filthy guy in Sling Blade, and he did such an awesome job. You hated him by the end of the movie. But, I mean, that's good. Yeah. If you take a guy you like and you hate him by the end of the movie, that's pretty good. That's good acting there.
That was the first thing I ever saw him in.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I tell anybody about that movie, they're like, oh, I don't remember that. How can you not remember that? That's a fucking great movie.
They don't remember Sling Blade, like, in general?
How dare you?
Is that what... Can you hear me?
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Why?
I don't know. I told you I'm disheveled. I just feel like you can't hear me this morning.
I can hear you.
So
I'm just ignoring
anyway,
you. There's a difference.
So when people say I don't remember that, you mean they don't remember Sling Blade in general? They don't remember Sling Blade, or they don't remember Dwight Yoakam in Sling Blade?
Either.
Okay.
It's usually both. It's usually I didn't know he was in that, or I don't remember the movie at all.
Okay.
Just like
because I thought Sling Blade was like really iconic. I thought everybody that was born like after the year 1990 or before the year 1990 or maybe even later knows Sling Blade.
I thought so too, but it seems like every time I talk to somebody, they don't. But if I do the voice, then people recognize that part because they make memes out of it and reels.
Right.
Ain't got no gas in it. I know what's wrong with it. That part. That one's on a lot of memes. A lot of reels. Carl. That was his name in that Billy Bob Thornton. Carl. That was the name of my robot for a while.
I like the way you talk.
I like the way you talk too. I like the way you talk too.
And that little boy that's in that movie, he ended up being one hell of an actor too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! What?
I got stuff falling.
What fell? Your virginity again? Did you drop it and break it?
Again? Yeah.
Keep dropping that thing off the desk. Did you get your vanity set up?
Well, I did. That's partly the problem here.
Okay. What do you mean it's the problem?
Okay.
I gotta pull you back up on video now because I want to see what's going on.
Oh, I'm having difficulties.
I usually block you out because it's easier to talk to you, and I ain't trying to stare at your boobs all the time.
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm
the-
just gonna sit here and
I'm
hold
getting
this. I
dizzy.
guess. Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
It is.
This should
Okay.
be a video show.
Oh my God! No, not tonight. Not today. This is
Like
horrifying.
I would have to brush my hair.
It's horrifying. Well, I actually kind of thought that I might get ready some of these mornings when we're talking, but I would be distracted. Like I couldn't.
Oh, you mean get ready while we're on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have to multitask.
It's like them women that put their makeup on while they're driving. I don't know how the hell they do it.
I don't either.
It's crazy.
I can do one thing at a time. Well, that's not true because I mean I'm a pretty good multitasker, but not like physical things. Like I can't walk and chew gum.
Ro's not wrong. I do like that. Hey, mama, can your daddy come home part?
I do too. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, definitely one.
Mama, can your daddy come home? Yeah.
It's hard for us to chat and do this show. It really is. It's difficult.
Very, very difficult.
Like when I do my normal show, I don't have a normal show. When I do Bonfire, there's breaks in between the songs. And I have time to chat with everybody. You know, I click play on the song. Then I have the 4 minutes or whatever it is to chat and get caught up, read. This show, there's no chance. We're engaged the entire time. So I look over occasionally and make sure that it's not burning down or anything like that. But it's really hard to chat. So I do apologize for everybody who chats with us in here, and it seems like we're ignoring you. We kind of are, but we're not.
Yeah, we don't mean to be, but we are.
Yeah. Those are nice headphones.
Well, thank you.
Are they Beats? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't tell if that
okay.
B was Beats for Bose.
I don't love them for Smule. I actually would prefer my Apple EarPods for Smule.
I use these are studio monitors that I bought, these headphones. And the only reason I bought these is because the cords always wear out in the ones with that unplug. And all the new cords, for some reason, have a fat end on them, and they don't fit up into my old headphones anymore. So they keep falling the fuck out, and then it's just a pain in the ass. So I bought me and Bonzo both a pair. These Behringer studio they have the permanent cord in them, so we don't have to mess with it.
Right.
Then I had to buy an extended wire for his because
he sits farther away.
We recorded our last episode. He had to keep his head right beside me. I think it made him uncomfortable. Which, anybody who's been dangerously close to me should be uncomfortable. And would be, and probably was. But yeah, so I need to get him back over here. We need to get a couple more done. I'd like to get them all done before summer. I'm going to launch them all in the summer. I haven't figured out.
I was wondering
a time schedule, but yeah. And then I'm going to replay them in the winter while we record them. Do it like the old TV shows used to be. Remember when they had rerun season?
Yeah, back when we actually watched TV, not streamed everything.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't like waiting, but it made me more interested.
It did, because you were excited for the comeback. Right. Of course, there was always the end of the season cliffhanger.
Right. Yeah. Fonzie jumps the shark.
What?
On Happy Days, they ended the season with him getting ready to jump the shark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Stay tuned for next season where Fonzie actually jumps the shark. Then they dedicated an entire website. These one of the guys was one of Howard Stern's producer, John Hines. And they created this website called Jump the Shark. And it was dedicated to all the TV shows that did that. Like Happy Days ratings were in the toilet. They tried the Joni and Chachi thing, didn't work, blah, blah, blah.
Joni and Chachi sucked.
Yeah, it was terrible. They tried everything they could to keep the show afloat, short of hiring better writers, which is all they really needed. But anyhow, that's just my opinion. But every TV show does it. They'll get desperate towards the end of whenever they've lost all the sauce in their bottle of hot sauce, and they'll do things like that, like Fonzie jumping the shark. They'll make for instance, like what's that motorcycle TV show about the motorcycle gang, Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
They had the baby kidnapped at the end of like season 3 or 4 or something like that, to make a cliffhanger. Same thing. That was their jump the shark moment. Everybody knew how that show had to end. Everybody knew. I never watched it past season 3, and I already knew. There was only one way to end it. And that's what they did. I didn't even have to watch it to know it. But yeah, that was, the jump the shark thing.
Spoiler
alert.
Jax kills Gemma.
You had to. She was a meddler. She was a meddler on an epic level.
I'm a Gemma.
Yeah, you're not a Gemma.
Gemma's a badass bitch. I want to.
No.
I want to be a Gemma.
Maybe
not.
You want to be.
Maybe
you don't want to kill people though, right?
Well,
don't answer that. Okay, you wouldn't kill people though.
I wouldn't. No.
You want to. We all want to. We all have that thought.
I'm too pretty for prison.
Well, I don't think there is such a thing in girls' prison. But maybe that's just my my boy brain.
I mean, you've seen...
Yeah, they're all just scissoring 24/7. That's girls' prison.
But you've seen
Caged Heat.
Have you seen actual mugshots of women who go to prison?
No, but
they
watched.
don't
what the
look
hell
like
was
your
that?
fantasy,
Yeah, I know.
sir.
What the hell was that show? Locked Up? No. It was something like Locked Up or something. It was a reality TV show, these girls in prison. And yeah.
Snapped.
Snapped is, that's that Candace DeLong. The FBI profiler lady. Yeah, I had a thing for her for a while. Then she got a facelift, and I was like, I'm out. She started looking like that carp I was telling you about the other day. Where they pull their ears back and smack their lips.
I want to look like that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're a naturally pretty woman. Leave it alone. Don't be one of them people who suck on a glass to their lips.
Oh my gosh. One of my daughter's friends did that back in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to walk around for a week with this red circle around her lips.
Didn't quite go as planned. Yeah. If you do it just for a couple of seconds, your lips will swell up and then go back down within like a day. If you do it a little bit too long or a little bit too hard, you'll get fat lips from it, and it's like getting punched. And
she had this perfect red circle around her lips.
Did you blow bubbles when you were a kid? Well, he's back in town and he wants to see you. You look like you gave a blowjob to a clown. The Amazing Jonathan. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Tragic end to his life, but
who?
The Amazing Jonathan. He was a comedic magician. You would know him. As soon as you see him, you'd be like, "Oh, that guy." Everybody says, "Who?" And then they look him up and they're like, "Oh, that guy." Everybody knows at least something he did. If you were a fan of comedy, that is. If you didn't really pay attention to the comedy scene, then maybe you don't know who he is. He was never. I don't think he was in any big movies or anything. I don't even know if he was in any small movies. But they did a documentary.
I don't know if he was in any movies.
He was in a documentary about himself, for sure. So that counts as being in a movie. So, but he died heavily addicted to drugs, and it was a mess. Very sad.
So many entertainers.
Well,
fall victim to substance abuse.
we talked about it at, we call it P&G, picking and grinning.
Right.
It's my guitar lesson weekly thing. We do goobing goobing around, and P&G. Those are the two guitar things we do. Goobin's on Tuesday, P&G's on Wednesday. But anyhow, we were talking about it at P&G one night, and I was being kind of judgmental about it. I was like, yeah, come on. Why do you got to fucking do drugs all the time? All these people die like that.
You judgmental?
I know, right?
I never heard tell of such a thing.
And JFK's like, these people have to be up, bubbly, and energetic 5 nights a week. Late. Then they party and they drink.
And doing the same thing that they've done the previous.
And over and over.
Mm.
And he's like, it's amazing that they're not all on drugs. He was a touring musician for a while, so he had a little bit more experience in that field than I did. So I was wrong. Then I started feeling bad for him. But I don't think heroin's the way to go. Sorry, because it's not really an upper.
No,
either.
I mean, obviously that's not the answer. But like I've often thought about these the performers and people who are in the public eye, and they're always in the public eye. Like they don't get a chance to be normal at all. They're always,
which is why
always on display,
and they're sheltered too. Like there's two sides to that sword. Yes, they get robbed of certain things that we get to experience, but they're also extremely sheltered from a lot of the things we have to experience, like paying bills, things of that nature. You know, those people, like a lot of them, have no idea what that is. They've never had to do it. Because generally speaking, when somebody strikes it big in either the music industry, acting, or any of those types of fields, they do it young.
They're
fairly young,
pretty young,
relatively young.
Yeah.
Not Macaulay Culkin young, but he's a prime example. That guy actually turned out okay.
Well, not without his struggles, though.
No, he had his struggles, but he ended up being okay in the end. Like right now, he's an okay guy. He has perspective on the whole thing. He doesn't have any money. His parents robbed him of everything. They used it all up while he was, hot. So he had nothing. But he got out with. But what I was getting at is people who get their life views and political views and all that crap from celebrities. You are going down the wrong fucking road. These people have no idea what life's about. Not real life.
No, they don't live the life that we live.
No.
That we live. They don't.
No, we all would like to live the life that they live because they have us, regular folk, taking care of them constantly, doing their laundry, washing their dishes, making their food.
I don't know. I've thought. As a person who sings and who, we all get stars in our eyes,
of course,
and we think, what if things had been different? But I've often thought I'm kind of glad that I don't want to say never got the opportunity, because it's not like I think that I would have made it anyway. But regardless, I'm glad that I'm not a star. I could be a little.
You don't have to be humble here. This is
life
our
could
show.
be a little. Life could be a little better than it is, but I'm glad that I'm not famous. I don't think I would ever have that. I don't want to be famous.
We all have that privilege of sitting where we're sitting and looking back and being like, I'm okay that I didn't make it, because it really wasn't our life passion. I am, from where I'm sitting now in my life, I'm happy I didn't play music early on, because I don't know that I would have stuck with it. Early me. I often think, excuse me, that I wanted to, like, if I had to do it over again, I would join band in high school. I always say that. But high school Tom was not the same Tom. I don't think I would. I don't think I had thick enough skin to be in the band in the 80s. I don't think I did. Not high school band. And
Well,
had I started, singing and doing all that stuff early on, I may be more accomplished than I am now, but I don't know that I'd still be doing it. And I'm really happy doing what I'm doing right now.
so you really
happy.
don't have any regrets or any wishes that you'd have done anything different other than possibly
Yeah.
being in
I wish I
band.
knew more about music than I do. And I wish I was a more accomplished musician and singer than I am. And there's only one way to
Well,
do
see,
that, and that's do it.
I have regrets. Like, I really hate that when I got out of high school that I didn't hightail my ass to Nashville. And now, do I think that I would be singing or that I would be a Trisha Yearwood? No,
I
but I
bet
do
you
think
would
I
have
would be
fucked a lot,
working.
though.
You what?
I bet you would have
What
got
did she
fucked a
say?
lot. Like, hey, come work at my nightclub, lady. Come here, you fresh piece of
I
ass.
do think that today I would be working somewhere in the music business, doing something, producing something.
I bet you'd be better at harmonies. You know how you like to
It
struggle.
can't be any worse.
Well, I'm just saying, because it's a thing that you learn. It's a talent you learn and develop. You have a good, strong, clear voice, and I think if you really put the time and effort into it, like if that was your business and that's what you did all day when you were younger, I think you would have been really good at all of it.
I don't know.
Would you have been
I
famous?
can't
I
harmonize
don't
for
know.
shit now.
I don't know. Prop a cowboy hat on, boob job. You could be Dolly Parton, I guess. Excuse me.
I don't want to be Dolly Parton.
I'm just saying, you could be that country legend type. You have the talent. There's no doubt about it.
Thanks for giving me I started to say thanks for giving me a blowjob. Thanks for giving me a boob job.
Well, I'm just saying. You're the one that said you wanted to have those fish lips and your face drawn back. I'm like, no.
Not really.
No. But if you were famous, maybe. If you were in the public eye, like you had mentioned earlier, when those people get no breaks.
You know what?
That's why I don't blame them.
I think I probably would be one of those fish face fuckers if I had the money, because I am very, very self-conscious and very aware of aging. That's who I am. And I think I would probably be, if I had the money and I was in the public eye, I would probably be one of those fish face fuckers.
Probably. And I don't blame those people. I'm not trying to make fun of them too harshly. But I don't think it should be the ideal. And I think young people that do that are just crazy. They're insane. I don't get it. I mean, but listen, they didn't get my haircut in the 80s either.
I think it's so sad that we have so many young people who are so unhappy with their appearance at such a young age.
Weren't we, though?
And beautiful people.
Weren't we?
I'm not to that degree.
No,
I don't think I was.
No, I don't. No. I don't think we realized that all these other things were options. I shaved my head into a mohawk. That's how I wore my hair for a long time. My head, the whole side of my head, both sides was shaved. And I wasn't even a punk rocker. It was just how I wore my hair. But all the guys that worked were like, "Hey, punk rock, little bitch, punker." Back then, they could get away with that. I used to laugh everything off. I had pretty thick skin as far as that kind of stuff goes about my appearance. Maybe I could have been in the band.
I've never had thick skin. I'm very sensitive.
I went through a period where I was more sensitive, my 20s and 30s. And then when I got divorced at 40, I grew my skin back, got rejected a lot. It didn't take long. It didn't take long to build up the calluses.
I get my feelings hurt.
It's a weird. This is for all you married guys out there who think you're unhappy, who think, well, that waitress smiled at me and blah, blah, blah. If she ever leaves, I'll be mowing them down. No, you won't. No, you won't. It,
That's pretty broad. I don't know that you can say that for
no, you
everyone.
won't. Listen, all those women who hit on you when you're married, it's because you're safe. They know they don't really have to deal with you. You are a safe target. You're with somebody. It makes you look desirable. That somebody else, that a woman wants to spend her life with you, and they see that, and that kind of makes you desirable. And I can tell you from experience, when you go back to those same women after your divorce, they don't want anything to do with you because you're not desirable anymore to them, because now you have to be real.
There's probably some truth to that, and there's
Well,
also
I'm just speaking from my experience.
the wanting what you can't have.
Of course, there's a lot of that, and that was the part 2 of this tale. The grass is greener syndrome. It's not greener. It's the same fucking grass. It's you just got to learn. You have to learn, and I don't care how many young people I tell this, they're not going to fucking listen anyway. But you got to learn to enjoy your own grass, man. Mow it, take care of it, enjoy your own. Quit looking at everybody else's, because it ain't no fucking greener. It's just a matter of perspective. Take care of what you got, because tomorrow you might not got it. That shit comes and goes quicker than you think.
It does.
It does.
It does. You know, I was having a conversation with my kids the other day. They've been out of school for 7 and 8 years.
Right.
My youngest kids. And I 8 years, my daughter's been out of school. And I said, I want you to think about the last 8 years of your life and how quickly it went. I said, in another 8 years, you're going to have a teenager. You're going to have a teenager. And she looked at me and she's like nothing's really happened in the last 8 years, Mom. I'm like, really?
The issue is you get so fucking busy doing life, like trying to build your little nest, especially at that age, at Lexi's age.
Right.
You're so busy trying to build that nest that you don't fucking look around. It goes by so fast. I remember it was like yesterday. Alex was in the newspaper playing with my golf clubs in a fucking mud puddle. One of the local TV or local newspaper guys came by and took a picture of me. He made the front page of the paper. And then now he's got 2 girls that are older than he was then. And I'm like, fuck.
Yep. It flies.
He was like 4 years old. His youngest is 5. I'm like, it's gone. You got, and I have been. I can't lie. I have slowed everything down in the last 5 years. I've decided, fuck it. Either people want to be in my life and be around me, but I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to do the things I want. I'm going to enjoy them. And I have been.
Do you think that was something though that you had like when you turned 50? It was like no,
it was when I almost died, when I got sick and I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're like, you might not make it. I was like, what? And I thought, and I've lived a pretty good fucking life. I did a lot of crazy shit when I was young. I got all that out of my system. And I was like, what haven't I done? And the only thing was music. I really, I mean, everybody likes music, right? I mean, it's hard to find somebody who's like, yeah, I'm not into music. But even like, it was the biggest part of my life. Everything revolved around music.
I know someone.
Do you really know somebody who doesn't like music?
I mean, I won't say that they don't like music, but it's like they would be fine without it. Yeah.
See, I find that insane.
I'm married to that person.
I should just shut up before I start talking shit. No, but I guess to each their own. But okay. So when I meet Wayne, that'll be the first person I've ever met who's not really into music. But I mean, it was like it was like my favorite thing in the world, besides women. But I had that experience. I'd done everything with them I wanted to do, so there was nothing new to be had there. So I decided to get down this musical journey and learn to play guitar because it was the only instrument that I could that I liked. I'm not into playing music that much. I like singing way better than I like playing music. But I thought
I
wanted.
I don't play anything, but my love for singing has got to outweigh what it would be to play.
Right. And
Has to
and
be.
that's what that's what it is. What the reason I picked an instrument up was A, to mark that off my list. And B, the real thing I really wanted to do musically was be in a band. I wanted to be the front man in a band. That was my dream when I was a kid. Still is. But the problem
You
is
did that.
I did, but it was really not a good experience. I learned a lot. But I thought playing a guitar would make me more appealing if I could play rhythm guitar and sing at the same time. I didn't realize how fucking hard it was. How well you have to know a song vocally to be able to play it and sing it. It's fucking, and some people are just so coordinated they pick it up and just do it. I'm not one of those people. I can do one or the other, but doing both is fucking hard.
Have you ever watched Tyler Childers?
Mm-hmm.
Like watched him, like really watched him?
Mm-hmm.
These are his own songs that he has written, and there is obvious thought going into every lyric and every strum of that guitar.
Well, the problem is this motherfucker right here, this Tyler Childers guy.
Yeah.
He has the weirdest fucking strumming patterns.
Well,
he's so
original.
Oh my God. It's like he's like, I want to do something nobody else does. I'm going to do it the way nobody else does it. I'm going to take music and I'm going to, and Stapleton is another one. He doesn't play the guitar correctly, but he plays it his way. And when you do things wrong, but they sound good, you look like a genius. When you do things wrong and they don't sound good, you look like a fucking buffoon who doesn't know what he's doing. And he doesn't. He plays his runs are backwards. He does backward runs, and he does like his strumming patterns are weird, and he plays like weird shapes on some of his notes, but it works for him. It's obviously how he learned to do it, and it worked. But it mainly worked because Chris Stapleton, both of them are amazing singers. They both have amazing voices. Impressive, unique, strong, like you. Very strong, right. Very clear singers. Envious I am.
So still the point is...
Good voice you have.
Thank you. So still the point is that there's so much thought. I mean, this is second nature to him. Mm-hmm. This is what he does for a living.
Yeah, he wrote it.
It's what he does. Yes. And there's still so much thought that he struggles interacting with his audience because it's obvious that he's thinking about his notes and his lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not an interactive type person anyway. He seems to be more of an introvert, which if you listen to his lyrics, it's pretty obvious.
Right.
Yeah. So
I like him.
I think there's a lot of that. I don't know. He sometimes he rubs me the wrong way, the way he acts when he does interviews and stuff. Like Stapleton never rubs me the wrong way. I hated Chris Stapleton when I first heard him just because I liked the song that I heard first. He did a remake, and I was like, come on, just do some fucking original music. But I didn't know anything about the guy. I didn't know all the fucking original shit that he had prior to that. This was the first and only experience I'd had with him. So I was like, eh. Now the deeper I dive, what a talent, man. What a talent. What a dumbass I was.
Like, all of the other stuff that everybody else has been doing for the last 20 years, the Stapleton tunes.
Right. I didn't know he was in the Steel Drivers. I didn't know. I knew the band. I didn't know it was him.
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't know the Steel Drivers till I knew. Till I knew Stapleton.
I knew them before Stapleton. I had no idea who he was, and I felt really stupid afterwards because I do that a lot. Just like the whole, we were just talking about. I just do dumb shit sometimes. I think I get into this shell in my own head, what I think somebody should be, and it's usually wrong. That's almost always wrong. And he was one of those that I had tunnel vision with. Who now I just want to do his songs all the time. I like doing mine too, but I like doing his better. And, you know, last night at practice, we did, I think 3 of them. Like Joy of My Life is a remake. It's a John Fogerty song. And I like both versions because I'm a big Fogerty fan too. And I rarely like remakes. Just like I said, when I heard Tennessee Whiskey, it pissed me off. I was like, shut up, dude. You can't carry David Allen Coe's jockstrap in a fucking suitcase. Just leave it alone. I was wrong, of course, but that was my thought. And so I knew Joy of My Life before from Fogerty.
Right.
But Stapleton's version's better. It's just better. He's a better singer. Fogerty's a better guitar player. He's more polished on the guitar. So the guitar work on Fogerty's version of Joy of My Life is better than Stapleton's. But the Stapleton song overall, hands down, not even close. Way better version. If you don't know it, look up Joy of My Life, both versions. Compare them for yourself.
Both of those artists, though, are so unique, and their voices are very just yeah. Like you hear them, you're like, yeah, you know who that is.
Oh, very distinct.
There's like, yes,
there's no doubts. And Fogerty smoked his voice over the years. He is a shell of his former self. I hope that never happens to Stapleton. But a lot of Fogerty songs were screamy. When you screamy for, 2 hours, 3 hours every night, 5 nights a week for 40 years, I don't give a shit who you are. Your voice is going to change. And it's not going to be for the better. It's hard.
Yeah.
John Mellencamp said it best. He said, I smoked a lot of cigarettes to get this voice. But he can't sing. He can't sing his old songs anymore. He sings his new ones, and he has that gruff voice now that he never used to have.
Yeah.
But
I haven't heard him lately.
He's still got it. He's still a fucking goofball. Like to watch him, he's always been kind of awkward, which, to me as a young man, that was appealing because I was awkward. So I was like, he's my hero. I liked guys like that. And I liked the heavy metal guys who couldn't sing because, I couldn't sing either, but I could scream. So I thought that was cool. The AC/DCs and all that kind of stuff. Those were my kind of singers.
I love to see people kind of grab a hold of who they are and their voice and what their talents and what they can do, and they accept what they can do and what they cannot, and they work with what they've got and make it exceptional. I love that.
I'm trying to figure out what my singing voice is. I'm starting to develop it a little bit now. John and JFK, my guitar teacher, he's also my vocal coach. That's what I'm going to call him. He would never claim to be either. But he's a super talented guy, super smart. Just he's a good musician. Great singer too. He thinks he's terrible, but he's fucking amazing. I mean, like when you'll get to see, because he'll be here when you guys come, and we'll go
good.
We'll make a special little show for you. It'll be me, him, and if he's available. Hopefully he's available. I'll beg him. Come sit down in the basement and play some music for us. When he plays Fire and Rain, James Taylor, it makes you choke up. He's that good. And that fucking song is hard. Hard. It's hard to play. Yeah. James Taylor is an amazing guitar player. Nobody touts him for that. But he's an amazing fucking guitar player. And he wrote all that shit, man. I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah. I'm not going, my fingers. My fingers don't bend that way. Son of a bitch. But yeah. God, I could talk about music all day. We'll end up running out of time. But that's okay. That's what the show's about. It's whatever we want to fucking talk about. Who cares? So what did you do on your Tuesday? Did you do anything? You know what I did? I blew my truck up.
I went to the doctor.
Yeah. It was the belly doctor.
That's all I did. Yeah.
endocrinologist. Is that what they're
No.
called?
Gastroenterologist.
Gastroenterologist. Yeah. I think they both do the same thing or similar
No.
things.
No, endocrinologist is they do more of the lymphatic system.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I know.
They're the gland doctor.
Yeah, I know.
I'm terrible with words. Words
Well,
confuse me.
I'm better with medical words than I am just general.
I'm not. Did you say genital?
No,
You're better
did
with
not.
medical terms than genital terms. Hey, doctor, will you fix my pussy? There's something wrong with it.
I would never. I hate that word.
You never heard that
I hate
joke?
that. I hate that word.
Guy walks into the doctor's office, goes up to the nurse. Hey, nurse, something wrong with my dick. She goes, sir, that language. He goes, what am I supposed to do? He says, there's something wrong with my dick. She goes, you can use another word for it. He's like, okay, nurse, there's something wrong with my ear. She goes, that's better. Now, what's wrong with your ear? I can't piss out of it. There you go. That's me at the doctor's office. I can't help it. I'm just a straightforward person when it comes to that stuff. I don't see. I wasn't raised right, I guess. I don't see the. I get more embarrassed by saying the word penis than I do dick.
Yeah, I know you can't say titty.
Titty. Breast is more embarrassing than titty. I don't know why. It's like dirtier to me. How weird is that, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't tits. Okay, but titty is weird.
Even tits to me. I don't know. It just sounds
like the word vagina. It makes me. It just like if I feel weird when I say it. Vagina. I don't get it. I don't get why I'm like that. It's weird.
Well, I hate the P word. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it.
What word's that?
The P word.
Pee-pee?
No.
Pecker?
No.
Penis?
No. But I don't like pecker either.
That word. Yeah, you don't like what was it? It was wee wee or something like that.
I don't like any of those. I don't like any of those little boy names for the penis.
Yeah. My tallywhacker, my willy.
I can't. I hate it.
My pee bug.
There is nothing. There's no bigger turnoff for me than for someone to call it their pecker or their Peter, or I'm like, really?
So what is your term of endearment?
Probably cock.
Cock.
Yeah.
See, I always.
I mean, not in like normal conversation. I'm not gonna. I mean, it wouldn't be a normal conversation if you're talking about cock. But I'm saying, like, if you're all hot and bothered and in the mood, yeah, it's gonna be cock. It's gonna be cock.
Yeah.
But if you're just talking about like in a health sense, then I'm gonna say penis.
Yeah. It just weirds me out. I don't know why. The technical terms weird me out. Medical terms, whatever you want to call them, scientific names, they weird me the fuck out. Please touch my labia majora. No, I will not. You want me to lick your piss flaps? All right, I'll be down with that. But I'm not touching your labia majora.
That's good. That's gross.
Well, I guess I'm gross. I'd rather be gross about it. I think it just makes me deal with things easier to make fun of it.
I don't know. I think I just have a real problem with lady parts. I have like calling any lady parts. I just have a problem with their names. I don't like them.
There aren't any really good ones, are there?
No.
Box. Basket.
They're ugly. They're
Bucket.
ugly. They're not.
What about loving cup? That's from the Stones song. That's what they're referring to when they say, take a little drink from my loving cup.
I mean, that's better, I guess, but I don't know. It's still
Schlong.
Schlong.
Schlong. That's you know where schlong came from, right?
No.
That's someone trying to say stop while getting a dick shoved down their throat. Schlong. Yeah, it sounds like schlong. You know that these kids today, they got names for fucking everything, man. And I was reading, like, you know, you watch these reels and they'll show some guy like twitching and having a convulsion or whatever. And it's like, when she does the two-handed gawk, that's what they call it. The two-handed gawk. They spell it out. I'm like, okay, the gawk it is. I get it. I understand it. But I just never thought about spelling it out. Seems odd to me, but I would rather do it that way than...
It's degrading.
Dr. Ruth ruined me, I think. I think I'd rather it be degrading. It's funnier that way. At least when you're talking about me. You know what? Let's not lie. At least most of the women I've dated, like the degradation a little bit. It seems to be that women who are in public positions where they're stronger, like the opposite in the bedroom. It's like whatever life you lead, like your bedroom self is like, let's do it different. Does that make sense? Put it to the test. Who is Jen in public?
Depends on what public
Jen in public.
Is in.
Well, the one I met was like, she was very well dressed and her hair was just so, her makeup was just right. She sat up tall. She ate her food daintily. So I'm thinking in the bedroom, she likes to have her hair pulled.
I have never been described as dainty.
You were eating very daintily. I don't know if you were just afraid to like slop it down in front of me or whatever, but you're like, your bites were very precise.
I was very comfortable with you. So, I was very me, but.
Well, being mean to me is okay. I can take it. Yeah, that's it. The lady in the streets, the freak in the sheets. That's a gross over-exaggeration of it, but I think it's true for most people.
Maybe.
Like this guy at work, he has a young girlfriend. He's about my age.
Are you talking about you?
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm not afraid to let a girl put her finger in my butt. It wouldn't bother me. I'm like, just don't go. I don't want no pain. If that's what turns you on, I'll play whatever you want to play. Just don't make it hurt. But he was talking about his girlfriend wanted to play with his butt, and he was like, no, I can't do that. And instantly, in my head, this bell goes off. I'm like, he wants to be pegged. This is one of those guys who is so against that stuff that he secretly dreams about it. That's what I mean. Those kind of people who are like, oh, I would never. Yeah, they definitely would. I would never. People who are so uncomfortable with a certain subject, you better be looking behind them because there's something else going on. I won't get into the how far I usually take this conversation, but you know, opposites seem to work out. If you're all nice and neat and mannered, you're probably sloppy in the bedroom. Cover me in mud. Call me names. No,
I don't have.
Mm-hmm. See, I got you, didn't I?
I don't have comments
because you know it's true.
Well, no, I mean you just told the world that I eat daintily, and then you're saying if they're neat in public, they're sloppy in bed. I'm like,
so when she eats in bed, she's like gawk gawk gawk. That's what I'm saying. You did so well at that gawk noise that I know I'm right on the money.
Because I hate that. I hate that. Gosh. Because I mean, I'm an adult.
You're allowed.
I'm an adult, and I don't hate porn, but I hate that.
What, the
I
gawk
hate
gawk?
that.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I don't like it either. People find that a turn on.
Like,
I don't like the gagging noise. It makes me want to gag.
I don't like the money shot. I despise it.
Stuff. It doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't do anything for me.
It's disgusting.
There's a place for gross. That stuff, and it's, you know, inside somewhere else.
It ain't my face. I'll tell you that. It ain't my face. It ain't my chest. It ain't nowhere on the outside of my body.
I'm not a painter. It's not my thing. I've done it. Somebody asked me to. I don't care. That's on them. Whatever. Listen, my philosophy has always been, if you are with somebody and you care about that person and that's what they want, you fucking do it. You just do it. It doesn't cost you anything. Like if your husband was like, listen, all I really want to do is paint your face. You fucking suck it up and take it. Because that's your job. That's your job as their partner.
The hell I would. If that's what you want, then you need to go find yourself another wife.
Well, you probably wouldn't be married to somebody like that. But I'm just saying. It's your job as a partner. You should see her face, everybody.
I'm disgusted.
She's like, the fuck I am. Ain't my goddamn job.
You sick, nasty motherfucker, Bonley Johnson. Talking about the beautiful Jen that way. She an angel. You an asshole. I'll come all over your face. I'll take somebody else's cum and spit it on you, you nasty son of a bitch.
Well, thank you, Viana. Now I know what you're into.
Shut up, ho.
Well, guess she told me. Nasty son of a bitch. I guess I am. No, but I that's just my opinion. However, if your partner cares about you and they know you're totally against it, they would never ask you. Right? That goes both ways.
That's how I feel.
But if they were and you were like, okay, one time, you get one time. I'm getting safety glasses. I'm getting a snorkel mask.
Let's make this as unattractive as possible.
You got those big scuba glasses and a snorkel mask on. All right, let her fly. Get your hair in a shower cap. That shit ain't touching nothing. You might get a little on my chin by accident, but that's it. The whole bodysuit on, the whole bio thing. All right, fire away.
That would be me.
Okay, we're ready now. Come whenever you can. You got about 5 seconds before I run out of oxygen.
Make it snappy. Hurry up.
But, you know, whatever it takes to make your partner happy, I guess that's what I'm saying. Did you sing anything on Smule this week?
I haven't sang in probably a week.
It's been a month for me. Like I tried. I sent you that one song I was working on. And that's it. That's the last song I did. And that was the first song I did for like weeks. I never sent it to anybody either. I may have sent it to Melanie for her show, and I can't remember now because it was a country song.
Yeah. You did well.
You think. But thank you.
I know.
Thank you. I tried really hard. I always wanted to be able to sing that song.
You did well.
First time I was ever at a public karaoke. I did sing that night, but I was drunk, so it was terrible. I've only done it twice in public, and I was drunk both times. 3 times. Once when I was in college. Twice as an actual adult. But this guy walks up, little skinny dude, picks up the mic, and "You're all up in care," and he did the whole song that way. He didn't even sing it. He just talked with a really deep voice, fucking women were like fucking going crazy. They loved it. That dude had some bass. Major bass.
There's something about that deep voice that's just, it just gets you.
Yeah, I don't have that ability. I can cheat a little bit on the mic, but no. My voice tends to go the opposite. Yeah, I'm kind of a middle of the road when I'm hitting my home notes. Not high, not low.
You fucking whisper in person.
I do. I'm very soft-spoken. That's why I have to eat my microphone when we're having our conversations. I'm against it. I'm right up against my mic.
I know.
Otherwise, you won't hear me. I'm a very soft-spoken person.
And I'm nearly deaf.
Mm-hmm. Works out nice. Like I said, we have to sit on the opposite. I thought when you said you have to sit on my left next time, I thought it was because my left arm was bugging you because I eat left-handed.
No. No, that wasn't an issue. Besides, I mean, that would be, I mean, like you were on my right, so your
Mhm.
left arm. Okay, I see
Yep.
what you're saying. Never mind. I
My
got it
left arm be
backwards.
against your right arm, so I've been through
Right.
this a billion
But
times.
I mean, I no, it didn't. That didn't bother me. But I couldn't hear you.
My son doesn't
For
have
those
that
of
issue.
you, he what?
He does not have that same issue. He's very
He
loud.
does not.
His grandpa was very loud. His mother's dad, oh my God. You could hear him before
His
you could
voice-
see him.
His voice carries too.
Mhm. Yep. He has the same voice as his grandpa. He talks like him. He acts like him. Same person. He's built like me. He's got his mom's face and his grandpa's personality.
I can see you in him.
A little bit.
I
little
see
bit.
you in him.
If he ever loses his hair, maybe. But he won't. Their family don't lose their hair.
It doesn't have anything to do with your head.
Mm.
I mean, I can just in his face. I can see you in him.
Poor kid. He's
Shut
32
up.
now. He's not poor, but not a kid.
He's a good-looking kid.
They got the refrigerator yesterday. Did I tell
Oh,
you
yeah?
that already? Yeah, everything went fine.
Yeah. You told me that they were that they were getting a new refrigerator. Yes.
So he did I tell you the conversation he and I had? I don't want to repeat myself. Where he told me
About-
he didn't want it.
Yeah, and you said it's not for you. It's
Yeah.
for the kids.
Fuck off,
Yeah.
I said. Fuck off, it's not for you. But yeah, they got it and they loved it.
Good.
People installed it for them and did all that. Worked out nice. It's a nice little refrigerator. Luckily, I've had enough shitty ones that I knew what to buy. Experiences taught me that do not buy a Samsung fucking refrigerator. If anyone out there is listening and Samsung can sue me and suck my dick, don't buy a Samsung refrigerator or a washing machine
Or a washer
a
and dryer.
Stay the fuck away from them. They're bad.
They're terrible.
They're terrible.
Their dishwashers are not great either.
We have, I think we had a Bosch dishwasher at the old house. It was cheap, but it worked. It never broke down. It never worked really good, but it worked the whole time. We had it for 8 years out there, 10 years.
When I was buying a new dishwasher, I heard rave reviews on Bosch, and I almost bought one. I went with the KitchenAid because it was
That's
a little
what we
bit
have.
cheaper.
Our
I have a
KitchenAid was
KitchenAid.
more. The Bosch is back when we bought Bosch. Bosch was cheap. It was
Really?
when it first started.
It's
It was 10
expensive.
years ago. Yeah, they've gotten a reputation. Our furnace that always breaks down, Bosch.
Yeah, Bosch.
Yeah, fuckers. But anyhow, that Bosch. But the KitchenAid, our KitchenAid dishwasher works so nice.
Yeah,
The fucking
I love
dishes
my
are
KitchenAid dishwasher.
so clean, like compared to
The best refrigerator I've ever had is actually an LG.
Yeah, my new TV
I
is an
love-
LG. It's so simple. Everything works. Barkley is
I love
against
my
me
LG
getting Sony's.
refrigerator.
I like Sony TVs. I like Sony electronics. I had a Sony laptop for years. I just like their stuff. Everything always seems to work and always seems to last. She bought me this laptop that I have now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have an Apple. But I am so thankful right now that she did, because we are able to do what we are doing right now because of the program I bought, which is exclusively for Apple. You can't use it on non-Apple products. It's an Apple-only program that runs all my shows, and that's what we're doing right now, the broadcaster. And it's so fucking convenient. Anything I play on my computer, after I routed it all through this little box over here, any noise that my computer makes, I can broadcast. Doesn't matter what the program is. Doesn't matter what the website is. If I can hear it through my headphones, I can play it. There'll be a delay. Like right now, there's a delay between us. There's about a half a second or so. Maybe a full
Between
second.
the two of us?
Yep. When you hear the music, I'm hearing you sing, you're off time.
Maybe you're off time.
No, I'm hearing it live. I hear me and the music together, then I hear you and the music. When you're hearing it, and it may just be the music may be delayed to you. It may not be what the Zoom. It may be just the music might have a delay. Because what it has to do is it comes from my computer, goes into my Roadcaster, and then back into the computer to be broadcast. So there is a loop. And it's just a real, I mean, it's fast, but it's not instant. But thank God, because I don't have to download songs anymore. I can just play the link and it plays.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's so much. Because
So
I mean,
convenient.
let's be honest. I've bit off more than I can chew here. I've got 3 days a week with you that we do. So I've got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then I got Thursday bonfire every other Saturday, and then the podcast. Whenever we get it done, we have been working on it.
Right.
So it's just a lot, and then I got to do all the stuff in the background.
Right.
But I love it.
It's a lot.
But I don't care. I'm not feeling overwhelmed yet. There's times when the time gets a little tight, and I like at 7:45 on Thursday night, I'm putting my show together. But I thought about it last week, and I'm like, why does there have to be an order? Why do I have to do that? It's just an aesthetic. The people that come in to listen to their music and leave, they don't give a shit when I play it. There's some people that have to go to bed, like Mandy has to go to bed a little early. So I try to get her stuff on earlier. Like you and Tisha always stay for the whole show. You guys are the best fans that I've ever had, and you're the best fans I'll ever have. You guys, I put your stuff late, and I do apologize for that. I got on early the other night because I just said, fuck it. Whenever the songs come through, I'm just going to play them. So I just played them in order, how people send them to the submission room. And then I sneaked in the originals, and Heather sends hers through the link. What is that? What do we use? Google? The Google Drive link? She sends hers through there because she got, I don't want to say she got mad at me, but she sends specific songs for specific reasons, and she wants those songs played. And I must have deleted some of the ones that weren't done yet because I didn't have any more. And she's so fastidious that she obviously kept track. So when I didn't get any from her, I went to her Smule page and stole some. And she didn't like that. And she goes, I want these songs played. I send these songs to you for a reason. These are the ones I want to showcase with, what I want to do. And I'm like, perfectly acceptable. She wasn't an asshole about it or anything. She's just like, please play these ones. So I don't want to say she got mad because she didn't. She just, so she started using the link because the submission room is kind of chaotic. Mm-hmm. You delete them from one and they stay on in the other. Like if I delete them from my phone, they stay on my laptop and vice versa. If I delete them from my laptop, they, so with this flashback show, sometimes I forget to set, what I did is I have like 4 private chats. One of them is for flashback. Anytime I hear a song I really, really like, I send it to that private chat. And then when flashback recording time comes, I'll pick the 5 out of the last whatever I sent over. And that's how I do it now.
Right.
Works out nice, which is coming up.
Well, I got, my battery warning.
Flash. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. We only got a couple minutes left, but we can quit now.
Okay. Well, no, it's okay. We can keep going, but I'm just saying that if I cut out on you, that's why.
Are you on your laptop or your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, you can't plug it in because,
Right.
You got too much shit already plugged into it.
Yeah. And I'm at 12%. So.
Okay. Well,
I'm just warning you.
I was trying to get to 1030 so we had a nice round number, an even number, but we don't have to. There's no rules.
Well, we can hang on and we can go till I
want your phone to die. What happens if your house catches on fire? You might need that 13%.
If my house catches on fire, I can go grab my husband's phone and call 911.
You could. What if your vape pen blows up? You're gonna need it. You need your 13%.
Talking about it.
Anyhow, yeah. Sometimes I get a little morbid, but I'm a worrier, man. That's what I do. Some people are warriors. I'm a worrier.
Yeah, me too.
That's
but I'm a worst case scenario chick.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Yep, always have been. I think that's the parent in us. What if? What if?
I really didn't become that way until probably the last roughly 5 years or so.
Yeah. As soon as my kid turned like 12, that's when that shit started.
No, probably the last 5, maybe 8 years or so. But I mean, that's when my parents became ill. My sister became ill. Every time the phone rang, it was bad news.
God.
Just kind of thing.
Yeah, but you guys, man, I ain't gonna spew your personal shit online, but you had enough.
Yeah.
Tisha loves her Samsung dishwasher. Tisha, nobody fucking asked you. You either agree with us or get the fuck out of chat.
She's one of those. She must wash her dishes before she washes her dishes.
She probably does. Tisha, do you wash your dishes? Barkley does that too. I don't. I'll get the big shit off so I don't have to clean it out of the screen.
Right.
But,
I rinse it off, but I don't wash the dishes
No.
before I put them in.
No. And that fucking thing, man, it's got this pro wash setting. And she says, I'll leave. It's got this pro wash setting. You hit it, boom, start. You put little Cascade pod things in there. We used to use the liquid. And then
Little nugget.
we got those free ones with the dishwasher. And man,
Right.
I don't know if it's the
They're
dishwasher or them, but holy shit, they work. I was shocked.
They do.
I was shocked. I just assume that everybody's a liar when it comes to advertising. I've just always assumed that. You're a fucking liar.
Well, they usually are.
Yeah, they usually are. But-
How many products I've bought because of advertisements, and then you get them, and then they're like, they're not anything like they're.
That's why you and I
advertised.
stay away from Temu. Because we're afraid
Yes.
it's going to be the next Wish.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it is.
Well, I mean, Tisha and Ro love it. I have yet to try it. But you know what? I stick with Amazon, but they fuck me so many times. I searched for mouse traps the other day.
You
Yes.
are wrong. You are wrong. You fuck yourself.
I
with
don't care.
Amazon
Listen,
because you don't read.
They do
No, you
shit
don't read
on purpose.
shit.
They do it on purpose. When you
You
search
don't
for
read.
mouse traps and rat traps come up first, and it comes up as the recommended product, and they look exactly like a mouse trap, only bigger.
And then you don't read that
Yeah,
it
but
says.
I'm handicapped. They're taking advantage of me. I can't read.
You fuck yourself.
I'm trying to get a class action lawsuit against those rich bastards. Fucking Amazon. Yes, you're right. I have a phobia about returning things and coupons. Those are the two things I can't deal with, and it's both from childhood trauma. We'll cover that sometime. But yeah,
This is
if I
actually
bought
a pretty
it,
good conversation.
I own it for life. It ain't going anywhere. If I buy a pair of pants and they don't fit, because another one of my issues is trying shit on in public, I have to wash them first.
How many light switches do you have?
Oh my God. I gave 40 away. I still have 40. Yeah. Yeah, I had to give some of those away. But I ain't returning them. I ain't fucking doing that. If it came to my house via delivery, it's staying here. Actually, I should. Duck was over. Alternative Electronics. He was over to watch practice last night. He wired a bunch of them together. We're getting ready to put 4 gangers all through the studio out there where we play. So we have extra outlets. So I put in a bunch of
That'd be
outlets, but they're all
nice.
2. So now they're going to be all 4. Because I put a refrigerator down here, microwave, stuff like that.
Right.
We use the refrigerator. No one's ever used the microwave, but just in case, you never know. Somebody might be drinking coffee and want to heat it up. So our old microwave from the old house is down here. And our refrigerator died. Our Samsung refrigerator that was a piece of shit died. It died twice. And then I bought this little cheap, it's either a refrigerator or a freezer, you choose. It's got a setting, you can make it a freezer. It's either a full stand-up freezer or store fridge. It just doesn't have both. But we had another freezer, so we just used the freezer as a freezer, and we bought this little tiny piece of shit thing and used it as a refrigerator for the last couple months we were there, and now it's in the basement. It's perfect for the basement. It's a garage size, refrigerator.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. It all worked out. Dishwasher we have now is a piece of shit. So the next plants we're buying. I thought you had a Samsung. Or no, she must have had a Samsung before and liked it. Tisha. No, she says I have a Samsung. Wait a minute. Am I reading the right people? I have a Samsung wash. Oh my God. I thought she meant dishwasher. It was her washing machine. Sorry, Tisha. But I had a Samsung or an LG washer and it blew up. Or was it a Samsung? No, it was a Samsung. It was a Samsung washing machine, and it fucking blew up. Now we have LGs, and they're not bad. Or G, I don't know, whatever. I don't fucking use them. So
I'm confused. I don't know who has what. I know. I hate
she
Samsung.
said washer,
I love LG.
and I, with my crossed eyes and slow brain, I read dishwasher. But her Samsung is a washing machine. Washer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me speak a little Appalachian for her. Her washer.
They're her washer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Samsung. I'm not a Samsung gal. I like Samsung, like audio, video, electronics, but not appliances.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. All right. Well, our time is up. We made it all the way to 10:30, and Jen's phone didn't die, so
not yet.
LG is Avon's parent company. I didn't know that either. Fun fact.
I didn't either.
Well, I hope LG takes care of you. And it's not LG we're shitting on, it's Samsung. We were okay with LG.
Yeah, I love my LG.
Most
Life's
of our
good.
Yeah, but it's it. We're done. We will talk to you guys on Friday. Friday's show will be fun. I don't know if we're going to do anything special. We might. Last week we had Tish on. Maybe we'll have somebody else on this week, or maybe, we'll just do it naked. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. So peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Thank you for listening to Morning Bowl with me, Bonnie Johnson, and the beautiful and talented Jen. Tell them you love them, Jen.
Mucho love.
Love you, honey. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.